there, and welcome to Sony Vegas. I am assuming if you're looking at this tutorial, then maybe you're just getting started with editing. If it is your first time in an editing program, there's a lot of keywords that you should know, and I will try to highlight them as I go along. I want to try to just go through, not get too in-depth, but just be able to get you on your way to video editing. So let's start. So you have your windows open, and when I open my window, this is the default that I have. In these areas, media generators actually is up first. In this tab, then you have your video FX, and then you have your project media. Media generators, of course, are different options that you would put in. Here's a titler screen, and you could just select from some presets they already have. Video FX is after you already have your clips in there. You can go through and select different effects and corrections for your video clips or pictures. But right now, we're going to start off with project media. Over here, it is separated into all media and media bins. And you can right-click on it and say Create New Bin, which I'm going to do. I want to call it Pictures. And then I'm going to make a new bin and call it Video. Music. I like to do one for titles. Now you may not need to do this. You might not have any titles, or this VO means voiceover. And then I'm just going to make an extras folder. Once again, you don't have to do all this stuff. Okay, so in pictures, I'm going to select on my pictures. Now, I do want to say how this is broke up. You can click into all media, and then it will have all your images in here and video that you will be importing. But I particularly like to keep my stuff organized, so you know, if my project's really big, then I can go back and easily navigate into just these areas. So you click on pictures, and then up in File, you can say Import, and then there's the drop-down screen, and if you lose it, then you just gotta hover back over to it. And you have different options here: DVD camcorder disc, broadcast wave format, media. For right now, if it's on your computer, you need to choose media. Now, this will take you into your navigation window, and you'll just have to find where you've put your images at. And here are some of my images. Just got some generic stuff here, not a whole lot of people. Okay, so here are some pictures for me to start with. Now, I could just drag it right down here into the timeline. Drop it down, and it creates a video track automatically for me. Now, you could go picture by picture by picture, but that would take forever, because a lot of times, if you're doing a montage like this, you're going to have hundreds of photos, and you wouldn't want to do that. So what you do to go back is you could go up here and select Undo Media Drop-in Tracks, but it says right here it's Control+C. Control+C is something that you really should get familiar with, because in Sony Vegas here, I think, I'm not really sure how many you can do of these, but I've never been cut off where I had to go back that many times. If I did, you should really just start your project over if you can. Okay, Insert. Now up here under Insert are some important things. Now you want to be able to insert audio tracks, and you want to be able to insert video tracks. Okay, so I'm going to insert my video track, I'm going to insert an audio track, and you can also do that down here by clicking in this area, which is an audio track. you're going to right click and you're going to say insert audio track. I'm going to come up here to my video track and I'm going to right click and I'm going to say insert video track. Maybe I changed my mind. I only want one video track here, so I can click on this top track or wherever. You can see over in this area it's highlighted here. Track 2 is highlighted, track 3 is highlighted, but I'm going to go back to track 1, right click on it and delete my track. So now it just defaults it. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now underneath options you want to go down to preferences. Preferences is something really important that you need to know about in any program. If you're ever stuck, you know, before you get frustrated and you quit, just take a look into preferences. More than likely, your answer is going to be in there somewhere. Just take your time and look through every single option. Don't start clicking on things. If you do, you can just go to default. You know, you can always go back to your default. I have this first one unchecked because I do not like my program being automatically opened at the last startup. And this is the window general that just seems to pop up. So under editing here is the area that you want to get really familiar with, because this is where you are going to navigate for your pictures and the length of them, and also you can control whether you're going to have an automatic crossfade dissolve on it. So before I bring in my images, I go over here and I'm going to change my duration. Right now it's at the 7 seconds, but I'm going to change that to 9 seconds. And then I have them automatically overlapped, which I really do want. So I'm just going to say 1.23 seconds. And over here you can see that's 37 frames at 29.97 frames per second. This is saying to you. You could just take these buttons up or down, and then it will change over here. So I'm just going to say, oh, and one more thing. You can say center on cut, after cut, before cut, but centered on cut, make sure that the picture from before and after both have the effect. And then that would, you know, before the cut, the dissolve would happen before the cut. After the cut, the dissolve or crossfade would happen after that cut. So that's what that means, but I would just keep it centered on cut. And say apply. And okay. So now I want to bring in a bunch of these images. I need more images, so I'll make it look a little cuter. Okay, so now you see when the last of the bunch of pictures are all highlighted, because that's the way it works, which is good, because sometimes if you're like, I need more pictures, they're already highlighted, you can just bring and drag them right in, and then you know that you're not going to have a ton of duplicates. Okay, so now that you have all of your pictures in your timeline, you could do the same thing for video. You know, video, import, here's a video clip right here. Drag it onto your timeline. I already have my audio in there, so an audio track was already there. But there is a huge potential that you know, you didn't have an audio track. One is going to be put in there for you. Okay, so there you have it. This is part 1 of beginning your project in Sony Vegas. I hope it was helpful.